Kevin Samuels was a content creator. I hate the term YouTuber. Anywhere you could get a video, his work was everywhere. TikTok, Vimeo. The man made content. He was a independent media company is what he was. Was not a YouTuber. Grown-ass man in his mid-50s. And he made content, okay? In some of his content, you can find it on YouTube. And he talked about relationships. He's what some now this they said was he was a self-described relationship guru and a very polarizing figure for many folks. Many folks saw him as controversial. I don't know, it's a little disheartening the way they're characterizing that. But hey, it's the media, that's what they do. You're independent. Now, if he'd have worked for somebody and they were getting the lion's share of the profits from his wares, his work, his toil, then, you know, they would call him a commentator or personality, a host, so many things to call him. I looked at Samuels and thought, hey, I need to get in shape. This guy looks good. I know he's 57 years old, but we never know what's really going on with somebody, you know? And who are we to judge, okay? So I got the news about Kevin Samuels passing away, just like most of you, online. And it appears that his parents got the news or his mom got the news the same way we got it. I find that very disturbing. That the man's mother found out about his death the same way I found out about it. DG Academics or insert name of hip-hop, trending hip-hop or Revolt. I think Revolt put something out very early. I think that was the first place I saw it as far as news. And I saw people, I'm checking with this person and I saw the posturing. I'm checking to verify and I'm doing this and I'm doing that to determine if I'm such a news source. And it just hit up people, hey man, what's going on? What's happening? Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? I'm gonna tell you guys, initially I thought it was BS. I didn't want to comment on it. I didn't want my name attached to no silliness. I did not want to be seen as somebody just putting out propaganda, putting out fake stuff. Because, like I said, but as you all know, at least you should know, black life, the lifespan of a black male is often short. We're in the twilight. I'm telling you, once you cross 40, anytime you could go. Black male, you're an extra bonus innings. When you hit 50, it's bonus innings. People don't talk about that. So Kevin Samuels passed away, and based on what I can ascertain from the information out there, and I've seen enough people to report on it to feel that it's accurate. He was in an apartment with a lady friend. They had just recently met the day before. She spent the night. The next day, he had chest pains. She tried to help him. She was a nurse. Just so happens she was a nurse. He apparently collapsed. She called 911. 911 arrived. I don't know if he ever regained consciousness. I think I heard he regained consciousness, or his heart started beating, but he never regained consciousness. Something to that extent. They were unable to save Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels is dead. Now, it is very sad. Well, to me, it's sad when anyone loses their life. Unexpectedly, of course, no time to say goodbye to anyone. No time to prepare, no time to do some things like get your affairs in order. Hopefully they were already in order, but you know what I'm saying? Like, no one wakes up knowing it's their day, and that's, some people do though. Some people know like in the vicinity of the day. So the point is, Kevin Samuels, this was out of the blue for most people who watch Kevin Samuels. I didn't watch Kevin Samuels. I was aware of Kevin Samuels. I had watched a couple videos here and there. Some things I understood where he was going. Other things I did not understand where he was going. Well, I understood, but I thought it could have been done in a certain way that I didn't, I don't have to agree with everything you do. But, as a person watching it, I just felt that Kevin Samuels is playing a game. He figured it out. And that's the biggest thing. It's very, very interesting about Kevin Samuels and I just want to say, the brother had talent and ability to communicate very well, and he was very engaging. And he knew what needed to be done in order to be successful in this genre, in his chosen profession. And so you can't knock him. You can't say he wasn't good at what he was doing, because people that aren't good at what they're doing, you don't know who they are. So if you know who Kevin Samuels is, he was doing something right. And when you got a million on YouTube, a million on Instagram, a million across social media, you got brand deals, you got opportunity, you just did something with one of the biggest rap stars of this recent decade, Future. You had a sit-down conversation with, was it Nicki Minaj or someone? Like, he's doing major type stuff. And people are imitating him, at least in, the black community and different comedians. I know Affion Crockett was doing a skit on him. I think Godfrey had done a couple skits as well, joking about Kevin Samuels. The thing that bothers me about Kevin Samuels is people wishing death on this guy. Like, people applauding his death. it's really disgusting. And as a person who creates content, a content creator myself with a small media company, it's very, very, very disturbing that people would do that. It's like, wow, very sobering. And it's a reminder what people will do when you pass. I mean, we all got to go. But these people act like they're invincible, like tomorrow can't be their day. They're not wishing death on anyone like these people were. But let's just say it would be a sad but fitting comeuppance if some of those people didn't, maybe they could suddenly take that long walk into the upper room. Maybe, since it's funny. Never got that. These people that are cheering for the death of Kevin Samuels because he said something on the video that you didn't like. It's preposterous. It's silly. That's what I'm saying. Can we be mature a little bit? He said something on the video they didn't like. And they want him dead. They're glad he died. They're like, yay, and dancing and making posts, blaming everything in the world on this guy. This guy who they didn't know 2 years ago. They had no idea. And the world was shit 2 years ago. The world has been shit for a long time. Relationships have been toxic for a long time. People have been disagreeing about men and female relationships, family relationships, dating forever. He did not start this thing where people disagree about stuff. And these people were just really just like, he made a video they didn't like. He didn't come to their house and hurt their children or threaten their home, their safety. He didn't steal their elections. He didn't poison the water. He didn't drop bombs. He didn't subjugate them or discriminate against them and deny them access to health care. He didn't lead them into a war on bogus pretenses. But you know what? There are politicians who have done all of that. Everything I just named, they did all of that. And you know what? When they pass, silence. Hypocrite. This man made videos that you could choose not to watch. You didn't even got to do this. You just take your mouse and click somewhere else. And guess what? The mean black man with glasses is no longer there. Back to cat videos. Back to women showing their butts on Instagram. Hey, somebody tell me. Back to Shula King. Back to Tony Baker. What in the haberdasheries and hemoglobin is going on here? So it seems so immature. That's all. It's just very part of my disgust, man, isn't just that it's just we got real people doing. And as I stated earlier, guys, Kevin Samuels just figured it out. He figured out what worked. Do people realize that Kevin Samuels was online creating content for years, talking about what men needed to do, didn't even really discuss women, basically chewed men's asses out 24/7 about not making a decent living, not focusing on your issues, not getting your own life together, and dating women, being irresponsible when you're dating them. All this, like his initial career was all about roasting men who weren't getting their shit right. But see, that did not piss off enough people for him to become well-known. Because see, no one gets offended when you roast black men. And yeah, it's what it is, Johnson. That's what it is, guys. That's what it is. No one gets their feelings hurt when you shit on, basically men in general. You can say men in general. Let's just go with men. Because I think you could, beat up on white guys and Latino guys. You can beat up on all men forever, and that'll never make you famous unless you are a woman. So you could be a man who means well, trying to tell men to look out for pitfalls, try to be a better man, be a better husband, be a better father, be a better friend, be a better individual, have a better life, and roast men in the process, be very blunt about it, and you will never be very super successful. Why? Because enough people don't like you. I was told a long time ago, Tim, you're the only thing holding you back. You know what that thing is? You want to be liked. And you'll never win that way, buddy. You gotta want to be hated by half and loved by the other half. You gotta be hated and loved. Too much. Some people like you. Some people love you. And only a few people really hate you. Now, I would admit that number has increased over the last 6 months, the last year or so. But it's not so much my content, it's just jealousy. Pettiness. Difference of political opinion. I won't come on someone's show. Some nonsense. But see, Kevin Samuels figured it out. Once Kevin Samuels started talking about the shortcomings of women, how women were screwing up, how women needed to get their lives together, how women need to choose better, how women need to be, look at their standards a little differently, and these types of things, and be blunt and put on a show and be provocative and be controversial and be sensational and be, boom, boom, boom. Once he became the Simon Cowell of doing that on these social media platforms, I got anything for this? He blew up. And a lot of people don't get that's what happened. Now, I'm not here. The other thing I've seen a lot of people doing with the passing of Samuels is they want you to, if you say, hey, I'm not gonna celebrate someone's death. I'm not gonna celebrate this brother passing away. First of all, that is rude as hell and pretty short-sighted, because we're all human. We're all mortal. So that's pretty stupid. I mean, I don't have that. I'm not running around superstitious at every turn, but I'm not going to press my luck dumping on somebody's death. That's crazy talk. For me anyway. But these people are, I say they're just misfocused. They're just misfocused. I don't think that Kevin Samuels, in my opinion, I don't think he meant harm. I think Kevin Samuels sometimes made good points, sometimes made bad points. But I do not have to defend his work to say I'm not going to celebrate this man's death. It also goes to show you how disconnected these people are from. Like, Kevin Samuels is one of the biggest things in the black community online. And I know some people don't concern themselves with what black people be doing. And I get that. You don't have to. But what I'm saying is, he made a mark in this arena, and to do that, he was polarizing. Not unlike Simon Cowell on American Idol. Everybody can't be Randy. If it wasn't for Simon, you would have no show. See, Simon was the one, why are you here? You can't sing. What is it? And he said in that British accent, you see, what's Chef Ramsay? He's another one. Chef Ramsay, uber rich, super successful, not just for cooking, but because on camera, what does he do? Roast the hell out of the kitchen in Kitchen Nightmares. Roast those chefs. He could have been nice. What are you doing? You're not doing a good job with the omelet. But no, that's not how that's not how Chef Ramsay tells it. Right? That's why Chef Ramsay is super rich. Because people want to tune into the drama. Kevin Samuels is just a reflection of what we want to see. He's just and depending on where you are in your life and what's going on with you at the time, how you react to him is based on how you see things at that moment. If you are a black woman looking to be upset, right? Now, I'm not talking about the women that actually contacted him. I'm talking about the people watching. If you see yourself in a woman who's saying, hey, I got 3 kids, I'm 50 pounds overweight, I make 30 grand, but I want a man making $1 million, and any man making 50 grand or 60 grand or whatever I'm making, I'm not selling for him. I'm better than that. Like, if you don't see the irony, the hypocrisy in that type of statement, and if you identify with her, then you're going to be upset with Kevin Samuels' work. You're going to look at his content and hate that shit because you are her. But if you're somebody who happens to think that it's not all about how much money someone makes, and you don't look at it that way, that a man's value is not determined just by how much money he makes, and you're looking to build a life with someone, and there are other criteria that you take more seriously, such as is he religious, or does he have faith? Does he have strong work ethic? Does he believe in family? Does he take care of his children if he has any? Is he a good role model? Is he a person that will make you laugh? Does he have a good sense of humor? Is he steady in his mental faculties? Does he make good decisions? Is he a solid individual, and can you rely on him? Is his word his bond? Like, these are all characteristics, and I'm not, like, look, first of all, I have not watched all Kevin's stuff, not even close, not even a tenth of his stuff. But I never saw that clip where the woman was like, hey, Kevin, I'm looking for a guy like the stuff Tim Black just said. So if you were a woman who didn't look at things in a more superficial aspect, you'd watch Kevin Samuels and be like, cool. I've heard him remark many times. He's got I think he said he had more women who contacted him thanking him than men. So, and of course there are other content that I'm simplifying some of the stuff, obviously. So there's going to be a video, he said something that I wouldn't say or you wouldn't say. But you know what? That's why we're even talking about him. Because you know how many people died yesterday? A lot of people died yesterday. But guess what? I'm talking about Kevin Samuels. There's a reason. So I'm not here to defend every piece of content he put out. I'm saying there's a reason why. It's a reason why The View had Meghan McCain. So what's killing me is that we're cool with the medias and the networks putting on people that are polarizing and say some crazy stuff all the time. But when someone independently does it, you do realize that they had Meghan McCain for a reason on The View. It's for the drama. They want the drama. They could have found another person to go along with Joy Behar to agree with her. Get what I'm saying? Like, they want the contrasting narratives to make it drama so that you'll watch. So Kevin Samuels had to be an opposite, often the person he had on the show, in order to create that drama, because it's just him. Now, if it was two people and they were sitting back and they were talking, well, then sometimes you could be heavier or lighter or whatever. But do you understand what I'm saying? So that's just a little piece of media stuff that you got to be aware of. Also, I think sometimes people need harsh, blunt words in order for them to wake the hell up. Yeah, you can't nice your way into shit. Sometimes you got to tell somebody what you're doing is stupid. And you got to mean that. And they ain't got to like it. But later, they'll come back and say, you know what? Or maybe they never come back. Maybe they never come back. Them coming back and telling you is gratuitous. You ain't got to come back, dog, and tell me thank you. I know I gave you what I could give you, the best for you. Not the best for me, the best for you at that time, and I hope it helps you, even if you ain't like hearing it. Now, telling somebody that they're dumb and they're stupid and all this, a bunch of negative stuff, that's not my way of doing it, but sometimes I do get pissed off. So I don't want to be a hypocrite. I get pissed off and I say thanks, don't I? Anybody watch this show knows that. So we're all flawed, we're all nuanced, and he's also in the business of keeping your attention for an hour, 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours. Not the easiest thing to do. And then if you're going to get on the show and say, you who make 40 grand with 2 kids from 3 different baby daddies are too good for a guy making 40 grand just because you are a woman, well, that sounds a little crazy. And that if you got a guy making 40 grand, that you are settling for him, but for you, you're the prize. And I'm like, that's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. But at the end of the day, some people got helped and some people got pissed off, and that's okay too. Because you ain't got to like this guy. You ain't got to like nobody. No one has to like nobody. No one has to anything. I'm just saying, applauding someone's death is very low budget. And I will not do that. And I respect the work ethic. I understand this transformation from being one way to altering its content and it working like gangbusters, and people blaming him for it working. Like, he went another way and nobody cared. Well, it was less successful, much less successful. Get it? He went the route of telling guys, hey, do better. Love the ladies. You got to love the ladies. Take care of the ladies. Support the ladies. Be a better man. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Pick your pants up. Pull your pants up. Work on yourself. Open a book. Save some money. Don't buy that. Why are you buying rims? Do this. Buy a book. Buy a scholarship. Do this. Take a sabbatical from the BS. Stop thinking with your other head. Think with the other head. Do this. Do that. He did all that. And people was like, then he starts saying, lady, who's going to want you? What size are you? You too good for who? In what galaxy? Oh, get off my screen. And then people was like, and he was like, I guess we're gonna keep doing that. I did not know Kevin Samuels, so it's only so much I can say. Somewhere in the broader picture, maybe let's do this. Let's try to be meaningful. Let's say this: take care of yourselves, brothers. When I heard about Kevin Samuels, I'll tell you what I did. I could not sleep. I got up, I came downstairs into this area here that I'm now, and I went to work. And I was thinking about no one knows when they go. And I was thinking about legacy. I was thinking about, oh my God, what am I trying to get done? Is it important? What will I leave behind? I was also thinking I better get up from this computer more often and go for some more walks. And I was thinking what people will say about you when you're gone. And I know there's some people just itching to tap dance on my grave. All because of stuff like, I supported Nina Turner. Didn't affect them at all. He didn't go on this person's show and do a live stream. They won't care of the people I left behind. The people that love me, the people's lives I changed, the people that impacted. They'll just do a dance. And that's okay. Because our lives are not about them. Let's hope that that's not what we leave behind. And that's what the conclusion I came to last night, was that the people that I love and the people that love me are the only people that matter. And we do right by those people and leave them with a smile. So to Kevin Samuels, may you rest in peace, brother. Black men. For that matter, white men. All men. Men, take care of yourselves. Kevin Samuels worked a lot. Women outlive men. And there's a reason. And speaking as a black man, knowing stats that we have the shortest lifespan of most men, and I'm speaking to myself as well. Please take care of yourselves. Please take care of yourselves. Yada, yada. Cherish every day. You know all this stuff. But as we get closer to that time, and that time's coming, may you be, let's just be better. Let's try to be better. And that's anybody else's justifications or standards, but to our own standards. So let us have high standards. Let's live it as if we are aware that there's a time clock on it. Let's live as if we know there's a time clock on it. Not to be living in trepidation, not to live in fear, not to live in angst, but to live in determination. And let's make our time count. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. I will add this one thing. About the high value man concept. I will say this. The value that I bring is that cannot be quantified externally. The value that I bring is from a personal accountability to myself, which leads me to lead my life a certain type of way. And that focus has me do things a certain way for the people that I love, the people that I care about. My value is in my deeds to my family, to those that I love, and to the work that I do, and to the improvement I seek upon this journey. That is my value. Me being a high value man is not some label based on some number of some stuff for exchange to buy goods and services. You understand what I'm saying? High value man is not just about someone's money. And there you go. Because there are a lot of people with money who and people, money does not determine, it's good, but it's not the determiner of happiness. That's all I'm saying. And happy beats a lot of shit, I believe. All right, guys, that's it. I wish you all to be high value to yourselves. And by being high value to yourself, hopefully one of those criteria will be to be a better individual, better husband, father, friend, partner, and women, wife, mother, whatever, sister, aunt, guardian to those that you love.